we are going to talk about Marie Curie and her discoveries. Who is Marie Curie? Marie Curie was born in Warsaw in 1867. She was a Polish physicist and chemist, later nationalist French, famous for her pioneering research on radioactivity.
She was married to physicist Pierre Curie and was the mother of Irene Joliot-Curie and Eve Curie. She studied at Warsaw clandestine floating university and began her practical scientific training in Warsaw. In 1891, she followed her older sister Bronislawa to study in Paris, where she earned her higher degree and conducted her scientific work.
She was a pioneer in the field of radioactivity, was, among other merits, the first person to receive 2 Nobel Prizes and the first female professor at the University of Paris. 1903 Nobel Prize in Physics with her husband Pierre Curie and with the physicist Henry Becquerel. She was the sole winner of the 1911 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. This Nobel was given for the advancement of chemistry and the discovery of 2 chemicals, polonium and radium.
She died on July 1934 of aplastic anemia caused by years of exposure to radiation.
After this, we are going to talk about radioactivity. What is radioactivity? Radioactivity is a physical phenomenon in which some bodies or chemical elements, called radioactive, emit radiation to have the ability to impress photographic plates, in its cases producing fluorescence through what is opaque to ordinary light, and among others.
There are 3 types of radiation or radioactivity. Alpha radiation. Alpha radiation is a heavy, very short-range particle and is actually an ejected helium nucleus. Examples of some alpha emitters: radium, radon, and uranium. Beta radiation. Beta radiation is a light, short-range particle and is actually an ejected electron. Examples are some pure beta emitters, carbon-14 and sulfur-35. Gamma and X radiation. Gamma radiation and X-ray are highly penetrating electromagnetic radiation. Example of some gamma emitters: cesium-137 and cobalt-60.
The uses of radioactivity are reduced consumption of fossil fuel reserves generated from very little fuel, uranium, a lot of energy, avoid so many consumption on transportation, waste, etc. Other uses by radioactive isotopes have been several benefits in fields such as agriculture and food, pest control, mutation and food preservation, medical facilities, vaccines, nuclear medicine and radiopharmaceutical, radioimmunoassay, industry and research, dating.
Effects of radiation on human health are complex. Depend on those absorbed by the body and the type of radiation, since all are not equally harmful. Also depend on the type of tissue affected and its absorption capacity. Effects of irradiation doses to the whole body. You may get some nausea and decreased white blood cell count, increased risk of cancer, vomiting, changes in hematology. The health consequences are serious. Compulsory hospitalization. The very high dose produces almost certain death. There are 3 factors that control the amount or dose of radiation received from a source. Time. Reducing the time of an exposure reduces the effective dose proportionally. Distance. Increasing distance reduces dose due to the inverse square law. Shielding. The term biological shield refers to a mass of absorbing material placed around the reactor or other radioactive source to reduce the radiation to a level safe for humans.
What is the relation between Marie Curie and Women's Day? Marie Curie was an example for women who struggled for recognition and independence. Her work on radioactivity that allowed us to learn more about this and improve treatments for diseases like cancer.
Curie was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, the only woman today to win in 2 fields, and the only person to win in multiple sciences.